Hey friends, it's Christian. It seems to me, and maybe to you too, that the word hypocrisy gets thrown around a lot lately. Apparently everyone's a hypocrite. And when everyone's a hypocrite, we end up in a never-ending game that I like to call hypocrisy hot potato. What's hypocrisy hot potato? It's just like regular hot potato, but we take a controversial subject and we keep passing the responsibility back and forth. But the problem with this in real life, and especially American politics, is that the game never ends. The passing never stops. And worse, nobody ever gets burned. Nobody ever learns their lesson. Nobody's held accountable. And sure, the game may pause every once in a while, but as soon as the game heats up again, like clockwork, we know exactly what to expect. Case in point, riots and protests are the language of the unheard if it's for what you believe in, but if it's them, what a bunch of animals. Our character and our past are important indicators of performance if somebody else's character is in question, but if it's ours, people change. And I'm not mentioning these to call anybody out, but to call us back into the realization that we all see things through our own experiences and through our own biases. And that even with our own biases and our own experiences, there are certain practices and proclivities that we almost all agree shouldn't be acceptable, let alone celebrated, especially from our elected leaders. Nobody likes being cheated, being lied to, disrespected, treated unjustly or unfairly. And when we see these practices and don't say anything about them, or even defend them, it just opens the door for another round of hot potato, of avoiding responsibility, or repercussions for any wrongdoing whatsoever. It also allows us, because nobody likes to lose, to begin to justify, or at least turn a blind eye, to things you'd normally be emphatically against. And that fact, that we're much less likely to point the finger at ourselves than we are at others, is exactly why this game will never end. So what can we do? Learning to separate the practices we find unacceptable from the people who enact them, regardless of who they are, leaves us in an incredibly powerful place. Because that place offers us values to uphold, not people to take down. It allows us to attack and discuss ideas instead of individuals. We don't need to destroy everybody, but we do need to let others and ourselves know that our collective principles mean something, that they matter. Once we begin to acknowledge these things, including the hypocrisy itself, for what they actually are, we can stop playing the game and start actually addressing and solving some of the problems that we all face together. So the next time the hypocrisy hot potato lands in your hands, I say take it. Acknowledge and admit your wrongdoing, take ownership, and then throw away the fucking potato. A little bit of accountability and an unwillingness to play games that no longer serve us will do wonders for not only the morale of our country, but also in rebuilding some of the trust we so desperately need. That's it for today. Just simply decide not to play the game anymore. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another 3 minutes of the light.